Welcome back. Let me ask you something important. Who controls your life? Is it you? Or is it whoever can trigger you the fastest? Think about that carefully, because today, we're not talking about motivation. We're not talking about hustle. We're not talking about success tips. We're talking about something deeper, something that determines whether you live in peace or live in constant emotional chaos. Today, we're talking about calm power. And by the end of this video, if you truly absorb what I'm about to share, you will never react the same way again. 1. The world is designed to provoke you. We live in a world that feeds on reaction. Social media rewards outrage. Arguments go viral faster than wisdom. Drama spreads faster than truth. People push buttons. People test limits. People provoke. And most people fall for it. Someone criticizes you. You respond immediately. Someone ignores you. You feel rejected. Someone insults you. You defend yourself loudly. Someone disagrees. You argue. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Every time someone can control your emotions, they control you. Let that sink in. If a single sentence can change your mood, if a comment can ruin your entire day, if someone's opinion can disturb your sleep, then your emotional state is not yours. It's rented out to the world. And that is dangerous, because the person who controls their emotions controls their future. 2. Reaction is a form of weakness, and most people don't see it. Most people think reacting fast means being strong. They say, "I speak my mind." They say, "I don't tolerate disrespect." They say, "I'm just being real." But reacting instantly isn't strength. It's impulsiveness. It means someone pressed a button and you followed the script. Real strength is delay. Real strength is discipline. Real strength is choosing not to give your energy away. Imagine this. 2 people are insulted publicly. The first one explodes, raises their voice, defends themselves aggressively. The second one listens, pauses, smiles slightly, responds calmly. Who looks powerful? Exactly. Calmness creates authority. Emotional explosions create doubt. The person who reacts loudly may feel powerful for 30 seconds, but the person who stays calm builds long-term respect. 3. Why we react, the psychological root. Here's something most people never realize. You're not reacting to the moment. You're reacting to the past. If you were ignored as a child, you overreact to being ignored today. If you were once embarrassed, you overreact to small criticism. If you were betrayed, you overreact to minor distance. Most reactions are old wounds screaming for attention. But when you don't recognize that, you blame the present situation. And you keep repeating the same emotional pattern. That's why calm people seem different. They've studied themselves. They know their triggers. They know their weaknesses. And instead of reacting automatically, they observe internally. That awareness alone changes everything. 4. The cost of one emotional moment. Let's talk about consequences. One angry text. One emotional argument. One outburst at work. One reaction on social media. One impulsive decision. That's all it takes. Careers have ended over one reaction. Relationships have collapsed over one argument. Friendships have died because of one ego-driven moment. And what hurts the most? Regret. Because once words leave your mouth, you cannot retrieve them. Once damage is done, you cannot undo the emotional scar. The saddest part? You rarely regret what they said. You regret how you responded. 5. The 5-second shift that changes your life. Now, let's get practical. Here is the rule that separates emotional people from powerful people. The pause. 5 seconds. When you feel triggered, do nothing. No speaking, no typing, no reacting. Just breathe. Inhale slowly, hold, exhale. That pause interrupts your emotional autopilot because reaction is automatic. Response is intentional, and intentional people shape their lives differently. 5 seconds may sound small, but 5 seconds can save a marriage, a reputation, a friendship, a career, and most importantly, your self-respect. No. 6. Silence is a strategy, not a weakness. The world thinks loud people are strong, but observe carefully. The most powerful people in any room speak the least. Silence is uncomfortable for insecure people because silence shows control. When someone insults you and you don't respond, they feel exposed. When someone attacks you and you remain calm, they feel small. Silence creates psychological dominance because you are no longer playing their game. And when you refuse to participate, the game collapses. This doesn't mean you never speak. It means you choose your moments. Strategic silence is strength. Emotional noise is weakness. 7. Energy is your most valuable resource. Let me ask you something. How many arguments are truly worth your peace? How many online comments deserve your attention? How many misunderstandings are worth draining your energy? Energy is limited. Every time you engage in drama, you pay a price. That energy could have gone toward your goals, your health, your family, your future. But instead, it goes toward proving something to someone who doesn't matter. High-level individuals are selective. They don't fight every battle. They don't respond to every insult. They don't explain themselves to people committed to misunderstanding them. They conserve energy because they understand something crucial. You cannot build a powerful life if you waste your strength on powerless arguments. 8. The difference between ego and true power. Most reactions come from ego. Ego says, "How dare they? I'll show them. They must know who I am." Ego wants to win the moment. True power wants to win the future. Ego needs validation. True power needs peace. When you argue to prove you're right, ego is leading. When you walk away to protect your energy, wisdom is leading. Let me be clear. You don't need to prove your value. If your value is real, it doesn't require defense. The moment you stop needing to prove yourself, you become untouchable. No. 9. Calm people think long-term. Reactive people think about now. Calm people think about later. Reactive people ask, "How do I win this argument?" Calm people ask, "How does this affect my future?" Reactive people chase emotional satisfaction. Calm people chase strategic outcomes. That shift alone changes your entire trajectory. Because the long game always beats the loud game. 10. How to train calm like a skill. Calm is not personality. Calm is practice. You train it. Start small. Spilled coffee. Delayed traffic. Late reply. Minor inconvenience. These are training sessions. If you cannot control your emotions in small storms, you won't control them in big ones. Practice. Breathing before speaking. Listening fully before responding. Walking away when triggered. Observing your emotions without acting on them. Over time, calm becomes your default. And once that happens, your life upgrades automatically. 11. What happens when you master? Calm when you master calm. You intimidate without aggression. You lead without shouting. You command respect without demanding it. You become stable, predictable, grounded. People trust calm individuals. They feel safe around them. They follow them. They respect them because calm signals control. And control signals power. In business, in relationships, in leadership, in life. Calm wins. No 12. The identity shift. Here's the final transformation. Stop trying to stay calm. Start becoming someone who is calm. Identity changes behavior permanently. Instead of saying, I'm trying not to react, say, I am a person who responds strategically. Identity-based decisions are powerful because they shape habits automatically. When calm becomes part of who you are, you don't struggle to maintain it. It becomes natural. And the final message for you, the ultimate power, listen carefully. The world will not become peaceful for you. People will still criticize, ignore, judge, misunderstand, provoke. Life will test you repeatedly. But the real question is not what they do. It's what you do. Will you react or will you rise? Will you explode or will you evolve? The loudest people are rarely the strongest. The strongest people are the calmest, because when you control your reactions, you control your life. And when you control your life, you become unstoppable. And from this moment forward, protect your peace, guard your energy, pause before responding, choose silence over ego, choose clarity over chaos. Choose long-term power over short-term emotion. You don't need to win every argument. You need to win your future. Stay calm.